G'day, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Detour podcast. This is a real special one. We chat with Michael Matthews. I first met Bling way back in the Green Edge days, 2013, when we first joined the team. Spent a lot of time with Bling on the road. And then recently, he's obviously come back from a pretty severe crash on the 5th of March. So we go into a lot of detail about the crash itself and the road to recovery. It is compelling viewing. My jaw was on the floor for a lot of it. Quick housekeeping as well. I want to say again, massive shout out to all the people that have signed up for our social memberships. There's a couple of packages there, $5 recurring per month or $60 for the year. That is helping us to keep the lights on. And what we want to do to give back is anyone that signs up, including the people that already have, you're going to get a $25 voucher to use in our online store. That is for the rest of June, for the end of the financial year. Just our way of saying thanks, because we really do appreciate the support. It definitely goes a long way. So without further ado, enjoy the chat with Michael Bling Matthews. Michael Matthews, mate, can't thank you enough for taking the time out to have a chat to us. You're obviously starting your first race back at the Dauphiné. How are you feeling?
Well, I guess a few mixed emotions, but thanks for having me on, Jonesy. But for the moment, getting back into reality. Took the 2 days travel to get here to Dauphiné from altitude in Livigno, and getting back into the race rhythm again. I think it's been a journey that didn't expect to happen, but just happy to be back, happy to be around the team, and everyone's had such high spirits having me back racing after a tough period. So super blessed and happy that I can be back racing at this level again.
Mate, I have to apologise straight up because I sent you a message on Instagram a while back and I did not know the seriousness of your crash. We had Matty Heyman on a couple of months ago and we knew you'd crashed, and you hear of riders crashing, but then I saw that special Sophie Smith did for Channel 10 here, which went into the detail of how serious the crash was, and I was floored, mate, because obviously athletes go through what you call a crossroad period. Is this the biggest crossroad you think you've been through, recovering from the crash and getting back on the bike again?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think so starting off, I mean, I don't think many people, I think you can be let off the hook for that one, Jonesy, because a lot of people didn't know the extent of the crash. What the team posted at the time, which was the information they knew, that I had 2 broken arms. So obviously there wasn't much information coming from my side because I couldn't do much, obviously. And I think we didn't want to make it into a massive thing at the time. We wanted to understand the situation, know what was happening in the moment, and trying to figure out the best things to do in the moment. And for the media and everything else, we would sort that out once we knew how bad it actually was. And I think after a while we started to sort of feed some information out to people about the extent of the crash. As like you said, it was much worse, let's say, than originally everyone had thought. I mean, it also wasn't said that I hit a fire truck at pretty much 100k an hour. I was doing maybe 50 and the truck was doing maybe 50. So that wasn't obviously said, but at the same time, we didn't want too many people to worry. We just wanted to let people know that there was a bad incident, but not to the extent of exactly what it was until we were sort of ready to sort of put that out there, what actually happened, and make sure I was fit and healthy before we sort of said exactly what happened.
So winding the clock back, mate, like I know how big races like Milan-San Remo are for you. You've come so close before, but how was your form up until the accident?
Yeah, well, this is the really sad thing. I mean, I was just speaking to Luke Durbridge about it last night. We haven't seen each other since almost a year, and yeah, I was telling how I was out training that day, and I was messaging a few times with Heyman because he was the DS for Paris Nice, which was starting in a few days prior to my crash. And I was sending him some photos of my Garmin when I was out training and the power files I was doing, and yeah, he was honestly he was blown away by what the numbers I was pushing, the stuff I was doing out on the bike, um, which yeah was numbers that, let's say, I've just never seen before on my Garmin. So I mean, yeah, everything was, yeah, almost going too well that well this year, that lead up to San Remo, until yeah, obviously what happened. So um, yeah, that's probably the most difficult, knowing that my shape was the best it's ever been going into a race that obviously is, for me, the highlight of the year is going to San Remo and trying to get on that top step. Like you said, I've been so close, and it's a race that I truly do love to race every year. Whether I win it or lose it, it's still, yeah, an amazing opportunity to be a part of such a beautiful race. And I think this year everything was going to plan to really give it another good shot. And yeah, unfortunately, didn't get to make the start line.
So it's hard to wrap my head around, like, you know, the severity and the impact of an accident like that, as you said, hitting a fire truck. But do you have any memory of what actually happened that day?
I have complete memory of of the whole lead up, of the whole training, the corner exactly where it happened. I think probably the best thing about it is I know that I didn't do anything wrong in the crash. I remember myself because I was motor pacing at the time of the crash, and basically the road that I was on was basically slight uphill, and then we turned around, and then you go slightly downhill. And I even said to myself, like, I've done amazing training camp in Tenerife. Everything's going really well. I'm not going to take any risks on this descent. So obviously the motorbike was in front of me, but at the same time, I wasn't taking any risks. So I think that is what is actually helping me to get back on the bike and trusting everything, my equipment, everything, not thinking like, yeah, is my bike going to slip out from underneath me or something. So at the same time, I'm not I'm not scared to get back on my bike, which is a good thing because I know, like I said before, I know myself. I didn't do anything wrong in the crash. I came around the corner on my side of the road, and from all I remember was something red in front of me. And yeah, from my memory, the truck must have been on my side of the road because it's quite a narrow road there that I was on. And I think maybe the truck must have straight lined the corner or something, and was on my side of the road. So all I remember was seeing something red, and yeah, from there I was on the ground and with two broken arms and broken face, and yeah, trying to manage to get myself off the road at the same time. But yeah, obviously couldn't lift my body weight or something or anything with two broken arms. My left one was like a noodle, and my right was just flopping with no reaction basically. So yeah, at the same time, I think I'm extremely lucky. I think in any other case with a crash like that, I shouldn't be here right now. So I think I'm obviously extremely blessed to be able to be talking to you right now and telling you the story of how lucky I was.
So then the journey from there, I mean, that is obviously horrific. And as you said, it could have been much, much worse, but it wasn't straightforward. Like normally in that process, you go to hospital, you get surgery and it's sorted. Like, can you take us through what happened straight after that?
Yeah, so that was only the start of the journey, basically the crash. Yeah, since then it's been, oh, I mean, if I ever write a book one day about my career, my manager says the same. He's like, you need to write a book because the amount of things that have happened in your career, it would be an amazing story. But yeah, so oh, I was actually extremely lucky from the start of the crash that the motor pacer that was with me, he's also a young cyclist, Italian. His name is Nicholas, and he actually, his mother was or is a dispatcher for emergency helicopters in Italy. So he called her, and she managed to get me a helicopter to take me directly to the closest trauma hospital in Italy, called Pietra Liguria. And so a normal procedure would have been an ambulance drive maybe 1.5 hours to San Remo, because I was training in Italy at the time when I crashed. And then they would check me up there, and then they would send me from there to the trauma hospital, which is another hour drive along the coast towards Genoa. So in that case, I was extremely lucky that the helicopter took me straight to the trauma hospital. And then, I could get all the proper checks. And basically they said they need to do emergency surgery. So within, I think, 2 hours, I was already getting proper surgery on my left arm, which was the open fracture. And at the same time, when they were doing the open fracture on my left arm, they did plastic surgery and reattached my tendons on my right arm. You can probably see a bit the scar there underneath my tattoo. Yeah. So from there, after that surgery, I stayed 1 week in an Italian hospital with 2 broken arms. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't obviously do anything. So my wife was actually driving back between 2 to 3 times a day, 1.5 hours drive each way to the hospital to help me out, to feed me, to clean me, to try and keep my spirits high, because there was a lot of down moments at that time, because obviously I was going through a lot of different emotions. So she was amazing. My daughter was amazing. Never complained about having to sit there for hours next to me during this whole period. And fast forward to the sort of end of the week, where we had to actually do a resurgery on my right hand to reattach the tendon again because it ruptured. So we checked out of the Italian hospital. We found a surgeon in Belgium that actually did Tadej Pogačar's wrist when he crashed in Liège a few years ago. And I got suggested by him, Joris in Belgium. He was amazing. We took a flight, me and my wife, to Belgium. We stayed overnight there in Belgium, did another surgery on my right wrist. He cleaned up all my left wrist where they did the surgery, the open fracture surgery, cleaned all that up. I had stitches in my face that he took out. I mean, was incredible. This guy was a lifesaver. And since then, I've been going back and forth 3 times to do more checks and to get everything done. And he was incredible. I mean, I think without him now, I wouldn't be racing back here at Dauphiné this weekend. So I think he was definitely the lifesaver that we were looking for in this process. And I mean, what was it? 4 weeks of rehab, 1 hour a day, getting my wrists turned. I never understood what rehab was really about until this, and it's excruciating. There's nothing nice about rehab. It's not a massage. It's just painful when you walk in the door until you get out. And I was walking sort of 20K a day just to try and keep my fitness high. And once I get back on the bike, I was riding with my gravel bike to take some pressure off my wrists. And then I was obviously on Swift a lot, and then getting back onto the road bike. The whole step-by-step process felt long at the time, but if I look back now, it's like it actually went quite quick. So, I mean, long story short there, Jonesy, if you got any more questions, but
no, mate. My floor's on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I can go into more detail if you want, but I mean, we'll be here for hours. But I just have to thank a lot of people through this process, because especially my wife, she's been incredible. I think without her, I probably wouldn't even be cycling anymore, to be honest. I went through some dark times where I was like, I'm done with this sport. Like, it was such a scary crash in the helicopter on the way to the hospital. I was passing in and out because of the pain, and I sort of just said to myself, like, what am I doing? Like I have a family, I have everything in life. Is this really worth it to continue doing this? And yeah, after a few weeks of those thoughts, and realizing that I can get back on the bike and I still can hopefully perform at the top level. Let's see this week how it goes. But I think obviously the training, everything's gone super well. So I'm definitely blessed that after such an incident, I can be back here and with the boys, and pin the number on hopefully this weekend.
I did see in that report that today you've obviously mentioned your wife and your family support, but today in particular was ringing you most days and really giving you that motivation. When you go through something like this, are you surprised at certain people the quality of their character?
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the people that I really want to thank through this process. I mean, I think in these situations you sort of realize who steps up for you, and who's sort of a bit more backed off. But I must say through this whole process, Tadej was amazing. I mean, I couldn't message him much, but he was messaging Kat, my wife, the whole pretty much every single day, asking for videos of how I was going. And I remember taking a few videos, but I was quite knocked out, just telling him I was okay, and step-by-step process of basically on a daily basis. And I think through that period, having a friend like that was a massive part of being able to keep my head on my shoulders, and keep fighting to come back stronger and keep living this dream, which is being a professional cyclist. So it's having a friend like that in those times really step up. It was a massive part of my recovery, and I still thank him every day till this point. I mean, also he was in a massive part of his season too. He was preparing for San Remo. We had a coffee, I think, a couple of days before, and he even said in his interview after his crash, I was thinking about Michael when I crashed in San Remo and how much he loves this race, and I really wanted to make sure I win it for him. And hearing things like that, it's from such a guy like Tadej. It's obviously had tears in my eyes when I saw this interview after the finish, and when he was able to win it, and the way that he won it, it was obviously extremely incredible. But not only San Remo, all the way through Flanders, all the key races that I also dream about winning and racing. And he was still messaging me all through there. And honestly, for him, it's like didn't even seem like the races were that important. He was more interested in how I was going rather than actually the races he was doing, which obviously shows the character of the guy. I mean, obviously it's his job is to win bike races and do his thing, but he's also still a human being at the same time, which I think a lot of people probably don't understand anymore, because he's like an alien. He wins everything. He's such an incredible bike rider, but he's also a very good human being. So through this period, it was really showed me the real character of Tadej, that's for sure.
Has this whole experience, Bling, changed you as a person? Do you think you come out the other side and it has just given you a totally different perspective? And what is fueling this fire you've got now to come back and to have a crack again?
Yeah, I think I have changed. I would say, I don't know if I can swear on this
Swear,
podcast,
mate.
Jonesy. It's not a bad word, but like just less bullshit, I'm probably I'm more straight to the point now, I guess, because this really made me realize what chances we actually have in life, and what experience I'm going through now with being a professional cyclist, and what I could have potentially lost if it went a different way. So at the same time, I'm still myself. I'm still trying to have fun and enjoy it, but probably less bullshit, just straight to the point, tell people what I really want to say. And I wouldn't say no more Mr. Nice Guy, but just trying to be more direct to people, telling people what I need. what I think is good, where I'll probably be a bit quieter in my past life before pre-crash. So yeah, I think just maybe even grew up a little bit. I don't know. I think my wife has seen it. My close friends around have seen it, that I've changed a bit my mentality. I'm more direct. I tell people what I really think now, instead of probably holding back. Yeah. Hopefully that changes.
I rate that, mate. I rate that. No filter, Bling. This next chapter, just shoot from the hip, mate.
Exactly.
Surely you've given that surgeon you're talking about a bottle and a cap. I mean, that's the premium thank you gift from a cycling team, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he had Tadej's jersey up on the wall, and I said, maybe I can also give you one of mine. So, and he was over the moon. I mean, my jersey is not not the same value as Tadej's, obviously, but yeah, I think he was obviously. I mean, but being Belgium, you're obviously a bit of a cycling fan, you know, and he rides his bike quite a lot. So we're still in touch a lot through this whole period, and I was able to give him a jersey, and we took a photo together, and just enjoyed it. I mean, I think we've also created quite a good friendship between me and Joris through this whole period, not just surgeon to patient, but as a friend too, which I think for me is super nice to have a guy like that I can rely on. I can message him any time of the day about any question, and he'll reply pretty much straight away, whether he's in a surgery or not. He'll get back to me as soon as he can. And I think it goes both ways. If he's got any questions for me, then I'll always fire back straight away. So I think, through that, definitely having a guy like that was super important.
And also, Bling, going through something like this, you're also more susceptible if close friends do need support or reaching out, understanding the importance of that, given how important it's been on the flip side.
Yeah, 100%. I think through this, you sort of realize that, when people have crashes and stuff, like, you do need to reach out more frequently. I mean, also I've had some people around me having issues, and I've been trying to reach out as much as I can during their situations. So I think it's also made me sort of realize, understand, and appreciate little messages that maybe at the time you're not really thinking too much about, but it's always nice to get something from friends or from teammates or relatives or whatever, even if it's just a little message, you know, like it goes a long way through these periods. So I think I'm definitely going to do it more myself because I realize how important it was for me to get messages like this through my situation.
Now, Bling, just on that topic, we thought we'd do something special for you, mate. And we do a thing called the Detour session. All right, mate, we've done tracks for Durbo. Stewie, yours is a bit different. I wanted to tap into the comeback, the resilience. It's very, very inspiring. So I hope you enjoy this track, buddy.
There's a moment on the road when the whole world slows and you're left with nothing but the strength you chose. You look at the climb, feel the weight on your back, and a voice inside whispers, this is how you come back. Every fall you've taken, every scar you've earned becomes the quiet proof of the fire that burns. At the crossroads you learn what the brave ones know. Real power rises when you refuse to let go. And now, from the dust, steady strong in
There you go, mate. Bling's back.
Oh,
He's back.
few emotions there, Jonesy.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, mate.
Nah, it's bloody inspiring, mate. I spent a lot of time with you back in the day. One of the photos I put in there with you and your beautiful wife, Kat, I actually cut myself out.
I was about to say, you were next to us in that photo, Jonesy.
Yeah, I was having a can. I don't know if it's a soft drink, but no, me, it was probably a Heineken. But it's so inspiring to see you back on the bike, mate. You should be really proud. I know 99 people out of 100 in your situation would have done exactly like turn their back on even thinking about a comeback. But what you've done, and as you've said, without the support of good people around you as well, that climb would have been a lot tougher.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I think through this period, I also realized that, I mean, cycling is my life. It's everything that brings me joy in life with my family. It's been our journey, and I think to end that journey with a situation like this is just not possible. So we've got bigger things to fight for, and it'll only make them more sweeter now from what we've been through. So I think, I just can't wait for what's coming next.
Well, everyone's going to be cheering for you, Bling. We really appreciate you taking the time. One last bit of advice for people out there. They might not be going through a cycling-related crash, but they might be at a crossroad. They might be really struggling. And is there anything that you can pass on to give them a bit of a lift?
Oh, I think through this period, I've had a lot of people actually messaging me saying it was really inspiring to see me fighting back after what's happened to me, and if I had any advice. And I mean, I think the biggest thing I learned through this period for myself was that once something that you love so much is potentially taken away from you, you appreciate it so much more. And I think these situations make you understand that of how big of an impact it is on your life, doing what you love to do. And doesn't matter what that is, whether it's sport or anything in life, you really realize that it is my life. It's what makes me tick every single day. It's what makes me get out of bed. It's what makes me go to the gym in the afternoon after a hard training. It's what puts a smile on my face every time I get up in the morning. And the thought of losing that made me push so much harder to get back to having it again. So if anything I can say to people is find what really drives you to get back and give it 100%. And that's what I've done since I was able to sort of get out of that hospital. I was walking 20K a day. I was doing physio for an hour a day, every single day, starting to go to the gym when I could. Obviously not with my arms, but step-by-step process of getting back to doing what I love. And I guess I'm very grateful to have found something that is so inspiring in my life to get up every day and strive to be better and work towards a goal. And I'm sure everyone has something like that in their life that they also want to achieve and work towards. And if you haven't really found that yet, probably in a process like this, you probably will find it, and you'll appreciate it much more.
Mate, what a fantastic way to end the potty. Geez, you've become articulate from the old backstage days, mate.
I was too shy in the backstage days. I didn't know what to say.
Well, one thing I will take credit for is your white teeth, because remember that trip to Tour of California when we got onto those whitening strips? Yeah. I think you left yours on overnight.
Still hurting from that. I still got ultra sensitive teeth from those things, but yeah, they still look all right. So
good, mate.
I bought an electric toothbrush the other day, so I think maybe that's something also.
Yeah, right. Oh well, keep the fangs white and keep inspiring others, Bling. You're an absolute legend, mate. I've really enjoyed the chat. We'll check in again soon, and I'll flick you that video, mate.
Yeah,
as I said, mate. Inspiration, mate. And I really appreciate you coming on the potty. You're a legend.
No, I appreciate it, guys. Also, the support back in Australia has been incredible. I mean, obviously, I'm not back there really often, but I hope you guys can also a little bit appreciate that. I'm over here in Europe trying to achieve those dreams that I've been fighting for so many years now. Hopefully, I will get back to Australia and see all you guys in the next maybe next year. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, the continued support, even though I'm not on the soil super often, but yeah, the support that's continued through my whole career, it's been incredible, and especially through this period now, I think you guys really stepped up to help me, yeah, keep this flag on my shoulders and keep me striving to be better.
You're a legend, mate. I'm sure all of Australia and the rest of the world are behind you and be cheering you on at the Dauphiné, mate. So all the best and have a great week.
Thanks very much. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jenzy.